Most of you have probably heard of Tales of Symphonia, but I wonder if you've ever played any of the other Tales of games. While it's true that Namco pumps out these games like their lives depended on it, it can also be said that most of them are pretty good and don't get quite enough notice. Though lately I hear that Tales of Vesperia has been making quite a name for itself. This is Tales of the Abyss. One of the attractions of Tales of Symphonia was the ability to battle cooperatively with your friends, which was removed in every other Tales of game, and would explain their drop in popularity. Nevertheless, the game maintains the regular Tales of battle system, which consists of you and 3 other fighters fighting in real time, which is often a welcome change if you're used to only turn-based RPGs. The game does allow you to pause in order to issue orders to your teammates or to use items. The game also has an amusing cast of quirky anime characters, like this blatant homosexual,
Guy doesn't like women,
or this thing which I'm supposed to believe is a man.
I'm sorry. My body just isn't built to use Gothic phonic arts.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, it's not Tales of Symphonia, but I always thought that game was overrated. Tales of the Abyss is its own game, and you have to treat it as such. But if you do, you can get a really great experience out of it. Futuristic enough for ya? This is Star Ocean till the end of time. We start with Mr. Grumpy Face here, by which I mean Fate.
Boy, she sure is taking forever. I bet she's making me wait on purpose.
I'm sure that's her evil plan. Anyway, apparently he's on vacation with his childhood
What were you
friend,
doing all
and
that
everything
time?
is happy.
I was waiting.
Anyway, she's mad at you for playing too many video games, as many annoying girls are with their boyfriends. Oh, there's also this.
Well, hello there. What can I do for you? Say, you're kinda cute. And kinda single, You know, hanging out on this beach has got me as dry as a dog. How would you like to come up to my room for a little drinky?
Now all we've got to do is say yes and we can get rid of the other annoying bitch.
Fate! You can't go around talking to just anybody.
Why not?
Gee.
Oh, Sophia.
Oh, Sophia, where's your brain, Fate?
Busy trying to ignore your lack of one.
Who's that? Your sister?
My girlfriend. She's pretty cute, huh?
Damn it, Fate! Anyway, after that major disappointment, we have a little bit of video gaming, aka battle training. As you can see, it's a pretty basic battle sequence. We can see that in action here.
No problem.
What do you think you're doing? I won't forget this!
That was fun. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Anyway, you continue to play video games until all hell breaks loose and you crash land on a mysterious unknown planet.
Getting to Vanguard 3?
Oops.
So this is Vanguard 3.
And that is the basic plot for the beginning of the game. And while it sounds weird, and it really is, it's a lot more fun than I've just made it out to be. magical shiny sword! Anyway, some of the puzzles the game gives you are pretty interesting, and overall the game's just a lot of fun. I got really invested in the characters by the end. And, as seen here, it's one of the very few Square Enix titles that I can appreciate. And hey, that's gotta say something. So, Star Ocean till the end of time.
A long, long time ago it was, before people began to dwell in the sky. A terrible war was waged between us humans and the wicked god. After the horrendous battle, our ancestors entombed the wicked god and left the polluted and barren earth to find a future in the sky.
In this world, there are things that people mustn't touch. Who cares?
Hey Callus, we share the same ideology! This is Baten Kaitos, one of the best games I have seen to date. The characters are great, the fighting style is different, and the plot was fantastic. However, the voice acting is horrendous.
Chuck, what up for the good guys?
Also, when does water make this sound?
Finally.
That's definitely not how it works. As you can see, the battle system is very different. Instead of using specific moves, your moves are placed onto what are called Magnas, aka these lovely little cards here. You have a limited number of cards you can use per turn, and a time limit on how long you can take to choose them. At the end of your turn, your damage will be shown as well as how much you might have been healed during that turn. There are also different elements to consider, so don't be setting fire against water. It's a little overwhelming at first, but very easy to get the hang of. Besides, there are weirder things in this game. For example, this unexplainable musical number from a creepy thing in a mask.
On the waves, the flowing waves, how far shall we go tonight? Ta-la-dee-da-dee-da, ta-la-dee-da, to the rounded moon, to the scarlet star, to your slumbering island of afar.
The hell? But anyway, I was turned on to this game by a friend, and I will forever thank him for that. So I highly suggest you play it too.
Someday you will know who you really are.
The things that Frederick is seeing, is it all really just a dream?
The answer to that question would be a resounding maybe. Eternal Sonata lets us dive into the mind of the dying Frederick Chopin. I don't know, Doctor, what would make her say that? Maybe this girl named Polka, since no one would in their right mind name their child Polka. Or maybe this small child named Beat. Or maybe the kid next to him named Allegretto. Or maybe the fact that everything in the entire game is based off of music. Well, maybe that's why, but that could be just me. Let's put that aside for a moment.
Nothing can stop me!
Except apparently famous musicians. Okay, battle system in a speedrun. Okay, so basically you have your health up there, you have a timer on the side which only starts, at the beginning of the game it only starts after you start moving, but slowly throughout the game it just starts getting harder. You have the combo points on the side, which add up to some pretty badass attacks when you start using them. And one of the fun aspects of the game is that shade and light are actually effective, which is why you have the shade over in the corner so clearly defined. You will actually have different finishers based on whether you're standing in the shade or in the light. That, if you ask me, is a really cool concept. The plot is confusing as hell. basically because it's just saying that Frédéric Chopin had a crazy-ass dream before he died. But the character designs are amusing, and the characters are cute in and of themselves, even though Beat and Salsa kind of annoy the crap out of me. Yes, there's a character named Salsa. This is one of the few games, however, where I actually enjoyed going into every battle, so bear that in mind.
Then, it's possible he may never return to our reality.
With so many of the games I've been reviewing having incredible graphics, this may come as a shock to you, but this is actually one of my favorite games of all time. Skies of Arcadia was in production in the very late 90s and released in 2000 for the Dreamcast. It was then re-released for the Gamecube 3 years later under the title Skies of Arcadia Legends. As you can probably tell, my friends kind of make fun of me. I'm sort of a nut about this game, know tons about it. You play as an air pirate named Vize, who works with his childhood friend, Aika, and a bunch of other quirky, wacky characters you meet along the way. Your goal is to keep scary evil Valua away from the Gigas, which are giant living weapons controlled by whatever master summons them and created in the old world to keep balance and power between the 6 kingdoms. You'll have to travel to each land respectively in order to collect what is called a moon crystal. The moon crystals are the way to summon the Gigas, and no, your goal is not to go summon the ultimate weapons of doom and destroy the world again. In fact, your goal is to actually play a giant game of keep away with Valua. The game may seem common and stereotypical to you now, but you need to remember that it was made back in 2000 when this was revolutionary. And I think an important thing to remember about this game is that it is old, and the graphics are not as good as we could have today, but for its time, they're really good. And the people who made this game tried really damn hard, which is something that sadly a lot of gaming companies just can't boast right now. The game is clever, it's cute, it's sweet, it's basically anything you could look for in an RPG, it's fun. It has a sense of adventure, and it's more than I found in a lot of RPGs lately. For example, the ever-repetitive Final Fantasy series. As a testament to how much I enjoy this game, I will tell you that I have actually played this game a total of 7 times. I love it. And this is coming from a girl who finds very little replay value in almost anything. This game actually made me start playing video games, and my biggest fear is that you'll off it because it doesn't have the best graphics or because it's old. Just because it's old does not make it bad. I want you to remember that. Plus, I think pirates are kind of the coolest thing ever. Just saying. This is Skies of Arcadia.